Jacob was a man on a mission. He had lived far from home for many years. He had left in a hurry after tricking his brother Esau. Now, it was time to return. Jacob yearned for peace. He hoped to reconcile with his brother. The journey was long and arduous. Jacob carried the weight of his past actions. He knew he had wronged Esau. The thought of their reunion filled him with anxiety. Would Esau forgive him? As he traveled, Jacob prayed for guidance and protection. He sought the favor of God. He wanted to make things right. He was ready to face his past. The closer Jacob got to home, the more nervous he became. He knew this encounter would be life-changing. He was both excited and afraid. He had to trust in God's plan. One night, as Jacob camped by the Jabbok River, something strange happened. He was alone. The rest of his family was asleep. A man appeared out of the darkness. The stranger approached Jacob. He said nothing. Jacob felt a surge of adrenaline. He was both curious and afraid. Who was this man? What did he want? Jacob stood his ground. He would not be intimidated. He asked the stranger, "Who are you?" The stranger simply replied, "I am a shepherd." But Jacob felt that there was more to this encounter. The stranger's presence was powerful. Jacob felt a strange energy emanating from him. He couldn't shake the feeling that this was no ordinary man. Without warning, the stranger lunged at Jacob. The two grappled in the darkness. Jacob was taken aback. He didn't understand why this was happening. Despite the surprise, Jacob fought back. He was strong and determined. He wouldn't go down without a fight. The two wrestled for hours. They were evenly matched. Jacob was exhausted, but he refused to give up. He sensed that this struggle was important. It was a test of his will. He would not be broken. As the night wore on, Jacob's fear turned into frustration. He cried out, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." Jacob was determined to receive a blessing from this mysterious adversary. The stranger, still unnamed, saw Jacob's persistence. He realized that Jacob would not give up, so he reached out and touched Jacob's hip. Jacob felt a searing pain. His hip was dislocated. He fell to the ground. The pain was intense. But Jacob refused to let go. He clung to the stranger with all his might. The stranger, moved by Jacob's tenacity, said, "Let me go, for the day breaks." But Jacob had a request. He said, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." Jacob knew that this stranger was no ordinary man. He sensed a divine presence. He wouldn't let go until he received a blessing. Section 5. The Breaking of Day. A new name, a new destiny. The stranger, touched by Jacob's persistence, finally spoke. He asked, "What is your name?" Jacob replied, "My name is Jacob." The stranger then said, "Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel, for you have striven with God and with men, and have prevailed." Jacob had been given a new name. Jacob, now Israel, had wrestled with God and survived. He had faced his fears and emerged victorious. The morning light brought with it a new sense of purpose. The stranger then blessed Jacob. He gave him a promise for the future. Jacob's heart was filled with gratitude. He had been through so much, but he had come out stronger. Section 6. The Significance of Israel, a Prince of God. The name Israel meant he who wrestles with God. It was a constant reminder of Jacob's encounter. It signified his strength and his faith. Jacob had proven himself worthy. Jacob limped away from that encounter forever changed. He was no longer just Jacob, the trickster. He was now Israel, the father of a nation. He had a new destiny. The encounter with the stranger had transformed Jacob. He had faced his fears and emerged victorious. He had wrestled with God and received a blessing. Jacob's story is a powerful reminder that even in our darkest moments, God is with us. When we wrestle with our fears and doubts, we emerge stronger. Section 7. Jacob's transformation, marked by the divine. The physical and spiritual transformation of Jacob was profound. He walked with a limp, a constant reminder of his struggle. But it was a badge of honor, a mark of his encounter with the divine. He carried himself differently. He was humbled by the experience. He had faced his weakness and found strength. His faith had been tested and had emerged stronger. Jacob approached his reunion with Esau with a newfound humility. He was no longer the same man who had left years ago. He was ready to make amends. Jacob's story is a testament to the transformative power of faith. It teaches us that through struggle, we find strength. Through perseverance, we find blessing. Section 8. Lessons from the struggle, perseverance, and faith. Jacob's wrestling match with the angel is a metaphor for the struggles we all face in life. We all have our own angels to wrestle with, our fears, our doubts, our weaknesses. But Jacob's story teaches us that we don't have to face these struggles alone. God is always with us, even in the darkest of nights. He is there to give us strength when we are weak. Like Jacob, we should never give up hope. We should keep wrestling, keep praying, keep believing. For it is in our struggles that we find our greatest strength. Jacob's story reminds us that God is not afraid of our questions, our doubts, or our anger. He wants us to wrestle with Him. He wants us to know Him deeply and personally. Section 9. The power of reconciliation, seeking forgiveness and peace. Jacob sought reconciliation with Esau. He knew he had wronged his brother. He was willing to face the consequences of his actions. He sought forgiveness and peace. The story of Jacob and Esau is a reminder that forgiveness is always possible. It may not be easy, but it is always worth it. When we forgive, we free ourselves from the burdens of the past. Reconciliation is not about forgetting the past. It's about choosing to move forward in love and forgiveness. It's about rebuilding broken relationships and finding peace. Jacob's journey teaches us the importance of humility and forgiveness in our relationships. It encourages us to seek peace with others and to mend broken bonds. Section 10. Jacob's legacy, a testament to courage and transformation. Jacob's story is a powerful reminder that God can use anyone for His purposes. Even someone who has made mistakes in the past can be transformed by God's grace. Jacob's journey of faith, perseverance, and reconciliation continues to inspire us today. His story teaches us about the importance of trusting in God's plan, even when we don't understand it. Jacob's legacy is a testament to the transformative power of faith. It is a story that continues to resonate with people of all ages and cultures. Through Jacob's story, we learn that our struggles can become sources of strength, and that forgiveness and reconciliation are always within reach. Jacob's life is a testament to the enduring power of faith and the human spirit's ability to overcome adversity.